Okay, everyone. So, in this brief video, we want to quickly talk to you about what many people are calling the Cryptex solution. At the end of the day, I think a lot of people have heard that it takes money to make money. But if it truly does take money to make money, but you don't have much money to start with, how will you ever get a chance to get in the game? That's what I'm going to share with you in this brief video, and then you can make a decision if it's for you or not. First of all, Cryptex is a community-based project utilizing a blockchain-based DeFi staking protocol as its point for earning. It has partnerships with banks, insurance companies, and individual account holders like me and you. It offers this unique DeFi hybrid contract solution. It consists of two different parts: a smart contract and then a decentralized Oracle network to support that contract. It's actually already helped over 800,000 different families be able to change their financial future, and they've been at it for a long time now. Since 2016, Cryptex has been out there as a platform that has assisted people with wealth building. Now, if you don't understand staking, that's not important, but I'm going to explain it to you anyway. It's a process of keeping your crypto assets locked, in this case Bitcoin, for a contractual period of time in order to generate passive income. Now, the locked assets protect the network's ability to generate crypto profits, and as a result, the staker slash participant, that's where you come in, that's where I come in, we get to receive daily returns. Think about this like a CD at your bank. You go to them, they give you a 6-month CD, they're going to give you one interest rate. But if you want to get your money locked up for a longer period of time, say a year or 2 years, they're going to give you a much better interest rate because ultimately they can profit from your funds the longer that they hold them. What Cryptex has done is they've put together this 4-part profit partnership where everyone wins as long as they do their part. For your part, you're simply going to create a free account with Cryptex using only your email address and password. That's it. They're not going to ask you for any of your credit history. They're not going to ask you about your job. They're not even going to ask you for your actual real name because none of that is important in this process. I'll show you that in a moment. You're going to pay a $100 processing fee. That's it, and that's going to get you a DeFi staking contract. You will then determine if you want the length of that contract to be 3 years, 5 years, or 7 years. Now, I'm going to show you what the returns are. Remember, no matter what, though, you can only get a maximum of 80 contracts. Now, for the banks are going to make a loan directly to the staking contract on your behalf. Remember, they're not going to hand you this money so that you can run off with it. They're going to make this loan directly to the staking contract so you can profit from it. So if you pick a 3-year term, that loan's going to be $30,240. If you pick 5 or 7 years, it's going to be $43,200 made on your behalf. And once the compounding kicks in, you'll start earning based off of that initial starting capital. This is the Cryptex solution. Now, the bank, for its part, is going to receive 6.75% interest every single year. And at the conclusion of the loan, 3, 5, or 7 years, the bank gets all of their money back from the staking contract. Now, to give the bank more assurance that they're not going to have any risk in this process, there's an insurance company that comes in and they insure the staking wallet. That's Cryptex against catastrophic loss or default. That means if anything happens to Cryptex for any reason, they are guaranteed to get their capital back from the insurance company. The insurance company gets $210 paid to them per month if it's a 3-year term, or $300 per month for the 5 and 7-year terms. Finally, the smart contract. This is where the magic happens with Cryptex. It's going to calculate the daily profits, right, based off of that $30,000 or $40,000 loan. It's going to pay 0.1 to 0.3% per day, micro compounded throughout the entire period. It's going to pay the bank its annual interest and also make sure it gives the bank back its initial capital at the conclusion of these smart contracts. But also, it's going to pay the insurance company every single month, so they're guaranteed to get their premiums. And after everyone else is paid, it assigns the remaining profits to you. Now, let's talk about what those profits look like, and then we'll wrap up this brief video. Remember, you can pick a 3-year, a 5-year, or 7-year staking term. If you pick the 3-year, you will pay a $100 processing fee, and immediately the bank will make a $30,240 loan to the staking contract on your behalf. Now, over time, the bank gets their interest. They also get their $30,000 back at the end, and also the insurance company is being paid every single month out of the profits that you are generating based off of this $30,000 loan and that micro compounding. When everyone else is paid at the end, everybody's gotten all the money back that they put into it, you get what's left over, and what's left over is a little bit in excess of $35,000 after 3 years of compounding. If you pick a 5-year term, again, you're only responsible for the $100 processing fee. The loan from the bank, however, is about 50% higher. It's $43,200. And after everyone else gets paid, what's left over for you and your family, $471,000. And if you pick a 7-year term, after 7 years of compounding, this is when the compounding gets really excessive, about $1.5 million. Remember, once again, you can only get up to 80 of these contracts. There's no exceptions for anyone. What this will actually look like, you'll have your own Cryptex back office where you can monitor the process. Once you actually pay the $100 processing fee and decide on the loan term that you want, you will see this person picked a 3-year term. Right away, there was a loan made into the staking pool of $30,240. Within 24 to 48 hours, they start the micro compounding from the staking process, and you will start to see profits from staking starting to add up. This is going to happen 7 days a week, 365 days a year, in this case for 3 straight years. And at the end of that, it will be a big enough amount that they can take out all the fees and pay everyone else and leave about 35 grand left for this person. Guys, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. That is the Cryptex solution. You want to know how you get into the game if you don't have a lot of capital? Go with Cryptex. They'll make a loan to the Cryptex staking wallet on your behalf, and you'll be in the game, and you'll be set up to change your financial future like 800,000 other families have already done. Thanks for your